Why, you guys? Joe Biden gets terrifying news after Donald Trump exposes him for revealing his true colors and never caring about the country. I think it's complete obvious, guys. This guy has been on complete idle mode the whole entire time. Before we get to it, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss none of the new videos that I post. Get right to it.
President-elect Trump expressing frustration with recent moves by President Biden in his final days in office, including Biden's ban on new oil offshore drilling in most federal waters.
And Peter Ducey is live in Washington with the latest for us. Good morning, Peter.
Good morning, and it seems like this is really frustrating to the president-elect because there's nothing he can do about it until he gets into the Oval Office just after noon, 13 days from today. But what we're seeing is President Biden, the current president, throwing a bunch of legacy items at the wall to see what sticks. This time he's trying to make oil drilling harder in ways that could be kind of complicated to unban.
So let's be clear here, the area President Biden is protecting has a relatively minimal fossil fuel potential in the areas and do not justify the environmental, public health, and economic risks that would come from new leasing drilling.
We've got a map of
So really quick, guys, the damage that he's doing, I believe he's doing it out of spite, right? Because he started selling the border wall, and then that got ruined because those companies that he sold it to said, "We'll work with you, Trump. We'll sell it back to you for exactly what we got it for." That just shows you that the true Americans, which is the people that they sold it to, are willing to stick up for this country. Now with this oil drilling, I believe some people that they banned it and some place that they banned it in is going to work with Trump again, and it's going to be another Biden failure. He's doing this out of clear spite. I don't know why it's not obvious anymore, and they're still allowing this guy to move and roam and do whatever. He just pardoned killers. They're letting him do whatever he wants now, guys, and it's not making sense for Americans because we have to live through it, and now Trump has to fix it. He spends so much time fixing the Democrats' problems, right? That he can't really focus on what his real term is supposed to be about, and it upsets me. Let's keep going.
the areas that Biden is banning drilling, but these new bans may be super short-lived. In 2 weeks, President Trump will have two options. The first is to get Congress to act and change the law. And then the second is to issue his own executive order and then just wait for this all to play out in court. Some way, he says he's going to make it happen.
It's ridiculous. I'll unban it immediately. I will unban it. I have the right to unban it immediately. What's he doing? Why is he doing it? We have oil and gas at a level that nobody else has, and we're going to take advantage of it. And when I see somebody saying he's going to ban 625 million acres, he doesn't know what that is. He doesn't even know what 625 million acres would look like.
Something.
Man, it sounds like they just woke Trump up with this BS, man. It sounds like he didn't even want to reply to it. He's like, "Oh man, Biden again. I gotta get him on the phone again, Biden. Like you just keep messing up." He's like a bad kid, throwing a little temper tantrum. That's exactly what Biden is at this point. And I think that everybody that's all these White House employees, they need to face, a treason charge or something because a lot of these people don't know the real hurt that they're causing most Americans. Real Americans. Let's keep going.
Else the Biden White House is doing on the way out is emptying out Gitmo. 11 Yemeni prisoners are on their way to Oman to live freely. A lawyer for two of the detainees says they want to live their lives, they want to get married, they want to have kids, they want to get a job and have normal lives. And once this exchange is done, this release is done, there will be just 15 prisoners left in Guantanamo Bay. That is the fewest since they started using that as a military prison for terror suspects after 9/11.
I wonder how they're going to have their soccer games. They're going to be unbalanced now. It would be 7 on 8.
On a really fancy field, if you remember,
I wonder if the young people who died in 9/11 might have wanted those things too. Might have wanted to get married and have a family and play soccer.
Peter,
And that's the thing, man. These are terrorists that they had that he released back. Oh, they want to have a family. That is the most delusional statement ever. If Biden's not fit to stand trial, why is he able to pardon people? His mind is obviously not there. Why is he able to pardon people? If you're a true American and you care about this country and you respect this country and you have American values, you would never vote Democrat again. Just because of this has been allowed. This is okay. Keep going, man. This is
I know
Aggravating.
that this flurry of repatriating these people back to Oman is in anticipation of. It sounds like Khalid Sheikh Mohammed is about to enter a guilty plea.
Come on, man.
And then he would be transported somewhere. But there's a law that says that none of these guys can go onto U.S. soil. So do we have any idea where they might put that guy and then the other 14? Because obviously they want to close the place.
Not yet, and we don't really have a good idea of how they would keep track of these terrorists once they are released.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point.
And
Thanks,
something
Pete.
that we have seen that has been a huge problem, of course, is you can tell somebody that they're not supposed to enter the United States, but people do it by the thousands.
We've seen the numbers.
Especially in this administration.
Thanks, Peter.
Thank you.
You know, I just wonder, like, after all these years, why these people still have breath? Why they're even a conversation? They should have had a legal process where these people could be tried, military tribunal, and executed for what they contributed to with 9/11 and the fact that they were bodyguards for Osama bin Laden. And I think it just goes to the fact, it's what I alluded to yesterday of Joe Biden. He's rejecting what the voters decided, which they didn't want any more of his type of administration. There's divided government right now. We have a new Congress in that's controlled by Republicans when it comes to the Senate as well as the House. Instead of just leaving, respecting what the voters said, he wants to make it difficult for the next president when he comes in.
Well, one of the things about the people, and keep in mind, once upon a time at Gitmo, there were 780 detainees, and now, as Peter just said, they're down to the last 15.
Do you hear that? Do you hear how many dangerous people that are there? That's a military base. You know, those are dangerous people. The military had to capture them. I don't know. He has Obama to his right. He has Michelle Obama to, well, Barack Obama to his right, Michelle Obama to his left, telling him whatever to do, and he's listening. I don't know. I keep saying, guys, I don't know how you can keep voting Democrat, man. It's obvious that there's so many hands in that pot, so many people accepting money, accepting bribes to do whatever. You know, I don't know how this is allowed, guys. Let's finish this video out, man. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button.
Most of them have never been charged with anything.
I know.
And most of them have never, there is no connection to 9/11. So the problem is, as they try to repatriate, according to the administration, the problem is there are very few countries that want to take these guys and house them forever. Because keep in mind, most of them have spent their entire adult lives at Gitmo. And most of them, according to their lawyers, are suffering from significant mental health issues.
What about the families that they cause harm to, right? When are these politicians going to put Americans first? Well, the Democrats. When are the Democrats going to put America first? Because this would have never happened under the Trump presidency. You know, you have what was her name? I think Brittany Griner, the basketball little WNBA player, was in Russia, and they were treating her like dog because she broke the law. You know, and these people are hurting Americans on American soil. You know, that's as severe as it gets, but that's okay. Okay. Put Americans first. That's all I'm saying. Let's come on, man.
Who's going to take those guys?
Yeah, but they are linked to terror.
Right.
To 9/11, where he's fighting Afghanistan as well as Iraq and the region. And now in Yemen, we know it's a hotbed for terrorism. The Houthi rebels have established themselves. So they're going to Oman. We'll see what happens. Remember when we took those guys?
And this just shows you guys the whole entire time, this whole administration has just been petty. This whole time they've been putting on the act, smiling in your face. I've already told you. They distract you with the left hand and hit you with the right. You can go watch all my old videos. I've been saying this. You know, that they always have something up their little dirty sleeve, guys. Let me know what you think about the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're new. As always, let me know what to react to. We're out.